Hi, I'm Dominic Schweier, and I'm here to talk to you about high-protein diets. High-protein diets and diets supplemented by protein can have many benefits to benefit athletes by helping them rebuild muscle so they can recover faster and get back in the game. It helps protect your muscles from unwanted injuries, and it can help increase your endurance. It's also better for the average person because it returns our bodies to their natural state, and it can lead to fat loss. There's many misconceptions that you may have heard about protein, such as that it affects our kidneys, livers, and hearts adversely. But these are just not true, and I'll talk about that later. And then afterwards, I'll talk about how you can start your own high-protein diet. Now, there are many benefits to a high-protein diet when you're doing sports and working out often. First and foremost, it helps to rebuild muscle. Proteins are essential in the muscle building and maintenance process, because to build muscle it has to be stressed and then torn, but then it is rebuilt using the amino acids that make up protein. Protein also helps replace the glycogen stores after a workout is done. This is generally in the form of a fast-acting protein such as whey. Casein protein digests slowly, giving your body a constant supply of protein throughout the day. And this is found in products such as milk and cottage cheese. Also, protein helps protect us from injuries. Protein throughout the day stops muscle from breaking down, and maintaining muscle means a much lower risk of injury because it's been properly restored. There was a Marine Corps study that showed several benefits to taking protein after a workout. There were 33% less total medical visits, with 28% less bacterial infections, 37% less fewer muscle and joint problems, and 83% less heat and exhaustion issues. Finally, high-protein diets can help increase our endurance because it teaches the body to use fat more effectively. Intramuscular triglycerides can double while on a high-carb, low-protein diet, and this is the fat stored in muscles, which we use for energy. Now, high-protein diets are also better for the average person. For one, it's more natural. An excess of protein means a decrease in carbohydrates if caloric intake doesn't change. Carbs come from a lot of processed foods, which also contain a lot of sugar, which is bad for us. Our ancestors ate mostly protein. Agriculture is only 10,000 years old, so humans haven't been eating plants and grains for very long. We often crave sugar and salt and things like that because they were once rare. But now that we have them in abundance, we eat them too much. The benefits of a high-protein diet can be seen in the study of native diets, where the populations were generally healthier, they were more well-proportioned, they had straighter teeth, and just had many, many benefits to high-protein diets. Finally, a high-protein diet can lead to fat loss, because since carb and sugar are cut out, and carbs and sugar is what produces insulin in our body, which forces our body to start producing fat, or storing food as fat. High-protein diets trigger ketosis. Ketosis is when the body converts from breaking down carbs to energy to breaking down fat. When fat is breaking down, ketones are released into the bloodstream, which suppresses our hunger. So not only are you breaking down the fat in your body, but you're also less hungry when you're on a high-protein diet. And the increased muscle mass also helps you burn more calories when doing exercise. Now, there are several misconceptions about high-protein diets, and a lot of this information I got off of bodybuilding.com, if you want to look at it for yourself. For one, you've probably heard that it's bad for your kidneys, but studies show that there's no difference in kidney function between athletes taking a very large amount of protein versus the general population, and it also shows that there's no difference between people on low-protein diets and others in terms of kidney problems. Also, you may have heard that it's bad for your liver, but protein is actually what repairs our livers, and alcoholics' livers have actually improved function when put on high-protein diets. Finally, you may have heard that it can cause heart disease, but it's been found that it actually may decrease the risk of some heart diseases, because protein causes a raise in triglycerides, which is good cholesterol and good for our hearts. The problem is that some people eat too much red meat and fat, which is not necessary in a high-protein diet. So now you're probably wondering where to start. First of all, you should choose foods that you like that are high in protein. These are foods such as eggs, milk, meat, and fish. You have to make sure that you take micronutrients that might not be in the foods that you've selected. But often you can get these nutrients through multivitamins. Also, in order to avoid fiber deficiency, you need to have several servings of vegetables throughout the day, such as broccoli, which is high in fiber and other nutrients. And then you should really be avoiding foods that have been processed at all, such as bread, pasta, and other things. And then just watch the results for yourself. Thanks for listening, and I hope that you'll be considering a high-protein diet in your future.